Good morning. Just thought I'd do an update on my so-called retirement. I resigned from work a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it's like I'm on a healing process. I didn't realise, but when you stop, you slow down heaps. Well, as your body wants to heal. My drive to work was a 40-minute drive each way. And you know, by the time you might have stopped for shopping, filling up your car or your motorbike, and the little odd jobs you do on the way home, shopping for food, but anyway, about an hour's journey each way. That's a big part of your life. A lot of time over years just spent getting to and from work. But yeah, since I've let go, my body's automatically gone into healing mode. I think, you know, I've wanted to sleep, so I'm letting myself sleep. I can't stand not doing anything, so I do get up and I keep busy in the garden and just jobs that I have to do around the house. But yeah, I think you go through a healing process, and that's what I think the trick is. Give yourself time. Don't rush things. And wait, because your whole life is changing. So don't make moves too quick. For example, don't just sell everything and go overseas. Don't think that's it, I'm getting out of here. You know, just wait. And you know, because what happens is you start to appreciate your home. You start to appreciate that you have got a home, because you've been at work the whole time. You just slept in a bed here. You didn't really live properly in your home. Well, that's the way I saw it. You know, I bought myself an acre property, and you know, I love this place, but I never really got to enjoy it. Well, maybe I can now. And I mean, I'm going back to Thailand. I go travel. But you know what? I think I made a video before about this. Don't just sell your home for the sake of selling it, you know. There's nothing like your own bed, and you might want to come back home to rest, which I do all the time. I'm not permanently living overseas, and it's so nice to have a base, to have somewhere that's yours. So yeah, don't just sell up and clear out thinking I'm getting out of here, blah blah blah. It's not a good idea in my book, unless you have to, like financially, or totally understandable. And you never know, down the track I might get to that stage. But for now, that's my opinion. Yeah, don't just give up everything you've worked for, because you'll never get it back. And you have to be really careful of that, because yeah, once you sell and pay your stamp duties and everything, and if you buy another little unit, you'll pay your stamp duty on that. You know, your money just goes, and you'll never get back in the market. You will never own your home that you had, the same one again. So be careful. Don't follow a lot of these people that, you know, just because you think, oh, I got rid of everything and I'm living overseas and everything's wonderful. It's not that easy. And expenses overseas, even if you take Thailand, it's okay, yeah, it might be cheap. Cost of living's a lot cheaper, food and things like that. But if you're building a life there, you know, it starts to add up. So just be careful. And you know, I'm grateful for, worked hard for what I've got. I always say it, 45 years of work, you know, but It's true. So yeah, that's just the thing to think about. Don't make moves too quick. Take your time, figure things out, and give your body and your mind a chance to heal, because you spent years and years just getting to work and back, and years at work. You know, your whole life was at work. So that's my little tip for today. Anyway, I talk a lot about, I try and encourage the younger ones to, you know, not to give up and invest, and try to try to build assets, not just try to look rich. There's a lot of fashion people out there walking around with, they earn good money but they're displaying it, buying these luxury cars and, you know, showing their wealth, but they haven't accumulated any wealth. And it's an easy trap to slip into, because it's a competitive world out there and people want to look good. I've succeeded. But be one of those ones, be humble, be good to people. And as I've always said, it's not about the wage you're earning, it's how you manage your money. It's your attitude. And never give up. And commit, you have to commit. But anyway, not here to talk about what I think you should do. It's what I'm doing, and we all make mistakes. But yeah, hopefully I'll update you on another video, because I never edit my videos. I don't practice what I'm going to say. I just blah when I start speaking. But yeah, good feeling though, to stop. You know, it's good exercise too. It makes you wake up to the money you spend, and you know, you realise how tight you have to be if you're going to stop work, and how careful you have to be, and try and stay ahead of this government, because they're just trying to ruin our lives, literally trying to ruin Australians' lives, tax upon tax. Thanks to people like Albanese and the corrupt governments giving themselves pay rises and things like that. It's a disgrace, taxing us on all sorts of things. But anyway, tax upon tax. But yeah, there was just a bit of an update on my so-called retirement. Anyway, talk again soon.